But I did find
Uh-huh.
this place in town that lets you have like your own little suite for an hour, and you can do a sauna and then a cold plunge, and you can like alternate, and then you can have this like vitamin C shower. So I sent it out to some of my friends. One friend was like emphatically, a cold plunge, I'm out. Like, no.
I
And
know. I feel
another
kind of the
friend of mine
same.
was like, I'm in, I'll do it with you, but I can't do it this week. So I was telling my husband about it, and I told him about this cold plunge sauna thing. And he was like, Lynn, I cannot believe you would do this because you don't even want to go in our pool when it's 90 degrees and it's 65 outside.
Right.
And I was like, yeah, you're right.
I'm not
I
into a
don't
cold plunge
know.
either. Like, I
It's
know
a,
people like talk about it, but I'm with you. I don't want to be in our pool when it's not warm. Like, everybody makes fun of me here. It's like, oh, you only want to be in the hot tub because you think it's too cold. It's like, get off my case. I'm out here with you.
I know.
And now you're going to tell me what I can't be in the hot tub. I have to be in the pool. My
Right.
presence isn't enough.
Right.
Like,
You're
what?
welcome.
I mean, what is going on? Welcome to Three Little Fishes. We're three sisters who grew up in the Midwest together, but have since spread across the country. I live in Los Angeles.
I'm in Nashville.
And I live in Philadelphia. We are all married with children, have all had careers, but now we stay at home with our families.
Join us as we share secrets and stories about being women, wives, and mothers.
We welcome you to laugh along, learn something new, reach out, and join our conversation.
So let's jump in.
What's up, fishes?
What's up? Good to
fishes?
see you.
Well, I wanted to give you guys an update on the mac and cheese situation. You know, I made it last week for the boys lacrosse team, and
Yeah.
I ended up delivering it to them, and I was so nervous because it's such a mass amount of macaroni and cheese.
Yeah, it's a lot of noodles. Yeah.
The day of, I was like
A
feeling
lot of
so
noodles.
good because I was like, it was all done the night before, and then I underestimated the amount of time it took to heat it up, and it was like a watch pot. I kept like looking at the stove, like the oven.
Was it like a brick of cheese and noodle?
And I was like, well, I had to add some milk to it to like soften it up, but then it just took forever for it to warm up. And we were like literally on a deadline of time. And I was like, finally, I'm like, let's just pull it out because we have to go.
Yeah.
And so I was like fretting the whole time driving there. When I got there, I was like, these kids are not even going to touch it because it's like semi-cold. But they ate
Gelatinous
it like,
blob of like cheese.
yeah. I just watched them like spoon it up, and they were like, "Oh,
They
this is
don't
really
care.
good."
Oh,
And I was
good.
like, I was so relieved. I literally had like a little pit in my stomach because I was like, I worked so hard on that, and I'm like, if you don't eat this, I'm going to be so mad. But it went well, so I just want to let you know.
All right, good for
Um,
you. So next
one
time,
other,
would you
plus
buy
work.
it, or next time would you buy it, or would you make it?
I think it would depend on if anybody would volunteer to help. If I had helpers, I think I could do it, no problem. But
Yeah. Well, now
just
you're a
by
pro.
myself, no, I'm going to make a call. So, yeah. But anyway, I didn't want to be embarrassed and like, you know, that whole thing. So,
Yeah. Yeah. Or have the
and-
boys hungry.
right. And they
Because
did.
nothing says embarrassment like ruined mac and cheese.
Well, they
I'm glad it
actually,
worked out.
I mean, I don't know if this had anything to do with it, but they won a huge game the following day, and it was an upset. And
Okay.
so I don't know.
I-
Could have
I'm gonna-
something
Maybe
to
this
do
is
with
the winning formula going forward. Mrs. Jessica, could you please? I know
Yeah.
your sons have graduated 5 years ago, but we need that mac and cheese.
Yeah, maybe.
I
I don't know. Whatever. And one other thing that happened to me was I was kind of just cleaning out my closet, and I realized my shoes were just a mess. And I've been trying to get a couple of new pairs of shoes, and I started like organizing them better. And I realized I had so much nasty dust bunnies in my closet.
Yeah.
I literally was disgusted because I'm like, I am kind of a neat freak, and I was like, how can I let this is my closet. Like, what is going on? So it kind of made me realize, like, it does when you don't clean things regularly, like maybe your shoe closet or whatever, you need to, because I have severe allergies, and maybe this is one of the reasons why I'm like getting dressed in my closet and I'm just breathing all this dust. But I had no idea all
You're
those dust
puffing.
bunnies.
You're puffing on your inhaler more than usual. So
Yeah.
now you know why. I guess I should clean. That
Well,
would
it is
do me some
spring
good.
here, and
It is spring.
yeah,
Yeah. It's time.
but
Yeah.
I didn't realize, like, we have a dog, and some of her hair was up in our closet too, and we don't even let her go upstairs. So stuff does travel around your house. So
Yeah.
you need to wipe everything down.
Yeah. One more thing to do, people. Let's do it.
Yep.
Get down on your hands and knees and get that closet clean. Well, I'm glad
Yeah.
you got it handled. Okay, so you guys, it's spring. Easter is coming up. We've all done our lamb cakes. So,
Yes.
listeners, be on the watch for our post on the socials. You can vote for your favorite decorated lamb cake. I think this year we all had success. So, if you're new to the show, we all have these cast iron lamb cake molds from like 100 years ago. And every year when we were growing up, our mom did a lamb cake and made it the
Yeah.
centerpiece of the Easter table.
Yeah.
And so we have all like done this tradition. And this year I got to bake the lamb cake with one of my daughters who was home. And it was just really fun. So it's always this, you never know, like, is it going to turn out? Is it not going to turn out? Because cast iron, if you don't have it really well seasoned and you don't have it like prepared really, really well, all the little details can stick to the pan and then you're in for a big mess. So, yeah, everybody check out our socials at 3LF pod on Insta and Facebook, and
Yeah.
let us know what you think.
I last year, sadly, my lamb got stuck in the base of it, so it wouldn't stand up because it
Like half its body was like,
it had crumbled. So I had to lay it down, poor thing.
yeah.
But this year, I learned my lesson and I seasoned that mold again. I oiled it really well and then baked it for like an hour and just re-seasoned it again. And then I hand brushed with my canola oil, just like everything, and just kept doing it to make sure it was really, well oiled. And that actually was my secret because it came out beautifully. So
yeah, you know what else really works, Kathy, too, is Crisco. You like get that Crisco in there. It's very old school, and then also flour it, and then put in your batter.
Nancy, there is no way in the world you own Crisco. No, I don't believe you. This is absolutely a falsehood. There's no way you have Crisco in your house. No.
Well, it's the Whole Foods version of Crisco. So I think, so that's what I use. But it does work. And just because we are competitive, we are having a voting on our lamb cake. So it's up now. The poll is up. Go to at 3LF pod socials and vote for your favorite lamb cake. And tell us what you think. I think Nancy's is really the winner, but we want to hear what you have to say.
No.
Okay. Crazy. Whole Foods, Crisco.
Okay, you guys, on today's show, we have hot topics, self-care, and what's for dinner. But before we get into it, I want to please remind everybody to rate, review, send a message, and invite your favorite fishes to jump in and join our conversation. Okay, y'all. Hot topics.
Well, girls, I don't know if you got a chance to watch basketball this weekend, but it was the Elite Eight. Now we're down to the Final Four. There were some really, really good games.
Really good.
So Illinois and Iowa played. We are all from Illinois. Obviously, we all went to the University of Iowa. Our dad went to Illinois. So we had like a little bit of a vested interest in that game. Iowa started strong but finished poorly, and Illinois beat them. So that was sad. But I think one of the best games was that UConn Duke game.
I
At the
know.
very end of the game, Duke had it cinched.
Yeah, they did. I
They had
watched
it
it. It
cinched.
was,
And then like 0.4 seconds left. Somehow Duke lost the ball and a freshman shot from
I
almost
know.
half court, got a 3-pointer and beat Duke. So Duke is out. UConn is in. Crazy. I mean,
I know.
my husband and I were like, what just happened? This is March Madness. This is March Madness.
I know.
So
College basketball is so fun
fun
to watch.
Oh my gosh, it was so
I missed
fun.
Even
I
though
missed it.
our team is out. That was
Yeah,
kind of
Michigan
Yeah, we had
State.
picked.
We thought we would have them like
And that game
persevere.
came down to the wire
It did.
too. I mean, that's
It
the
did.
thing with March Madness. It always comes down to the last couple minutes of the game.
Or it's a blowout. Like there've been a bunch of blowout games too where I'm like, how did you make it this far? You guys are not that good.
Well, I
Yeah.
mean, that's why they play, right? Because you
Yeah.
never know what team's
You
going to
never
show up
know.
sometimes. Like, you never know what's happening. So the Final Four are what? UConn and Illinois play, and
Arizona.
and Michigan, right? So this
Mhm.
all happens Saturday.
This weekend.
Saturday,
Yeah,
right?
Saturday.
Yeah,
Saturday.
Easter weekend. So everybody tune in to, if you're into basketball at all, the games are sure to be very good.
So
Yeah.
I think I'm rooting for Illinois. I hope that a Big Ten school takes it. Is
I
it
hope
called
so
Big
too.
Ten?
I think Michigan's going to win. They seem really unstoppable.
You never
I
know.
don't love.
But I don't know.
Yeah, I'm rooting
We'll
for
see.
Illinois too.
Yeah,
We'll
I
see.
would like Illinois to win, but I don't know.
I have a confession, Kathy. So Kathy has been asking me for like weeks to watch that John F. K. Jr. and Caroline Bessette love story with Ryan Murphy. And
Yes.
I just have not done it. I just cannot bring myself to watch this show. And I don't know why. I think it's because I feel like it's weird to tell this story when they're not getting it from any family members. I don't know. It feels weird. So I have to confess, I have not watched it.
Well, I think so. I did watch it over the weekend. I binged the whole
I
thing.
did too. Mhm.
And I have to say, I at first I was like, okay, I'm just going to watch this because everyone's talking about this show, and I was like, not too invested, but I actually really liked it, and I think it was because I was like in my young 20s when they met, and
Mhm.
then they died in
99.
1999,
Mhm.
the year before I got married. So
Mhm.
that was like a real time stamp in my world, right? Like
Mhm.
my husband was a pilot, and I'm like, oh my gosh, these people
Yeah.
just like died.
Yeah, they crashed. Yeah.
And I think the
yeah.
biggest takeaway from that was, I don't know, it just really hit me. Like all the story, there's, I think, what, 8 or 9 episodes?
Mhm.
9 episodes, maybe.
9, I think. Yeah.
But I don't think I realized that her sister
Yeah.
also passed
Yes.
in that.
Yeah.
So, I mean, that family lost two daughters that day.
Yeah.
So I don't know.
I binged it too. I binged it with my 21-year-old, who of course was not born yet when this couple like got married and died, and she didn't really know any of the information. And it is funny because like you'll see in the show, like there's not really cell phones, they're not coordinating.
There's
It's
a lot of
just
smoking.
a lot of smoking. It was the
Okay.
90s. Also, the paparazzi was just so in your face and just like such a prevalent thing. And then they did show, because while they were still married and alive, Princess Diana got into that car wreck caused by the
Right.
paparazzi, and she ended up dying. And so my daughter was like, did this really happen? I said, yes. And I do think it was a catalyst for the paparazzi sort of changing or starting to change their behavior because they were putting people's lives at risk. So it was a very impactful thing that happened. I mean, I think the story was kind of cute. It was sort of interesting. I do agree, Nancy, like Carolyn Bessette never did an interview ever. So no one really had her voice other than the people that she worked with at Calvin
Right.
Klein. But it's a sweet story. I do think because I know them so well. Like they seemed like they were in love. They had a hard
Yeah.
time, of course, but yeah, I mean, I thought it kept my interest. Ryan Murphy is the producer and he does a lot of really good shows. I think what I heard is they're going to try and do another show called Love Story, but take on another famous couple. So
Yeah.
it might be interesting to see if that
I don't
formula
know. They just
works.
they fascinated me as a couple, and I always thought of her. She was
Well,
so pretty,
she
and
was
he,
so pretty and
of
he's a
course, so
god.
Yeah.
Like,
I
come
mean,
on.
yeah.
That my daughter kept saying, she was like, he's so cute. I'm like, I know. We
Well,
were
I think,
all like loving on him.
yeah,
um,
yeah.
He was pretty great. Yeah. So I don't know. It made me kind of think though, like, would I ever want to be famous? And I asked my husband, like, would you want to be famous? And he was like, well, back in the day, I would have wanted to be famous for sure. Cause he's in a band, but he's like, you can't pick and choose when you're famous. And he's like,
Right.
now I think I would be annoyed by it. So I think that's always the challenge with
look,
like fame
because
is because you're
because
famous or you're not.
because now everybody has a camera, right? Everybody
Yes.
has a little device all the time. So there
Yes.
really is, you can never just
There's
be
no
in the moment.
no
Yeah.
Right.
anonymity anymore
Yeah.
for sure.
That
Yeah,
it would be weird. It would be a weird thing
it
for
would.
sure.
But being
Yeah.
famous makes you wanted and gets you more money, right?
Yeah. I
So
Mm.
mean,
it's
I
like you have
guess.
to, there has to be, a happy medium, I think. I don't know.
Well,
But
in that show, it did show how John Jr. grew up with it. And so he very much
Wasn't,
embraced it.
yeah,
Like he
wasn't
left and he would
bothered.
be like, hey guys, whatever. But she did not want that. And she really struggled with it. Like she did not want to pose and talk and
yeah.
be engaging. So that was a huge, challenge for them. And I think
Well,
I would struggle with that too. I don't want people in my face all the time.
but being a Kennedy is different than anything else, I would imagine. Like
Yeah.
Kennedy, I mean, it's
Yeah.
a big name.
It's
I
a
don't
big
think
name.
anybody is it, I don't know. Can anybody really top that besides
I don't know.
I don't know.
I don't know.
Anyway, interesting. Speaking of fame and would you want it? Tiger Woods is back in the
Oh
news.
gosh. That story, I could not believe that he got in another car crash.
I can. He's an addict. I can 1000%. He's going to kill
Ugh.
somebody though. Like talk about people who have too much fame and too much money and zero consequences. Like I find why is he not being held accountable to the rest of us? He's going to kill somebody.
I actually was thinking about this because I think he's gotten to a car wreck in California and then he's gotten into, I think, two in Florida. And the problem is in different states, they're not necessarily reporting to each other, but it's not following you, I don't think. So because he's famous, people know about his other incidences. I mean, to me, if I'm a judge and he comes before my bench, I'm saying your driver's license you're done until you go through rehab. Like clearly he is too medicated to be behind the wheel and too arrogant to call someone and have them
Yeah, I
drive
mean,
him.
why can't he have a driver? I mean,
Well,
that
he
to
doesn't want
me,
people knowing his business. Speaking of fame, like that is not what he wants. He doesn't want, he
oh,
feels he didn't sign up for that. But you don't get to just drive 100 miles an hour down the road and crash into people. Like I agree, Nancy, he's going to end
Yeah.
up dead.
right.
But addicts, I mean, he has no accountability. I mean,
None.
somebody needs to stop him.
Has
Yeah.
he
Come on,
ever
dude.
been to rehab? Like,
I
do you
mean,
know?
I don't think
I
so.
don't know.
He's
Yeah.
I
had
don't
a
know.
lot of injuries. He's had a lot of surgeries. I empathize with not wanting to live in pain, but you cannot be taking opioids every day and not be an addict.
And
Even if
listen,
you're a judge.
we don't know about I think he's got some trauma in his life. So I'm not saying you can't be empathetic that he's had some issues, but it stops when you continuing to make bad choices and you are going to kill somebody and
Yeah.
he should be held to the same standards as everybody else. If this was you or I, we would be in
Yeah.
jail, we would be getting our license taken away. We would have severe consequences and I feel like in this case, just because you're famous and rich does not give you a pass to to do whatever you want. the law's the law, the rules are the rules. Like,
Right. Get it together,
anyway.
Tiger.
Yeah,
All
I
right.
hope he does.
Me too.
Also, speaking of famous people, Howie Mandel
I
made
know.
the news.
I saw
So the
that.
comedian, did you guys
Yeah.
see this? So he went
Yes.
on live with Kelly. It's not Regis anymore. Kelly
Kelly
and Mark.
husband.
Kelly, yeah. So
Come
and
on.
they're supposedly
Consuelo.
friends. He's been on there. He's like co-hosting, and they're giving him a compliment about his age. I think he's like 70 now, and they're like, "Wow, you look." Basically, they're like, "You look really good," and he didn't want to take the compliment, and he just kept swiping away at the compliment. And then he made some joke about it's like telling a dumb person they're smart or something. Like he made some off-color joke that wasn't horrible, but wasn't nice. And you can tell that Kelly didn't like it. So
It was
then over the
awkward
weekend,
for sure.
It was awkward. Yeah.
it was for sure awkward. And then over the weekend, he went on social media to apologize and say, and you can see he's super uncomfortable giving this apology. He doesn't really believe the apology. And he's like, I don't really think comedians should apologize. Like if a joke lands, if a joke doesn't land right, like it's just a joke. Like it's not that. Basically, it's like it's not that deep.
I don't agree with that though. You just can't say anything you want. Oh, it's just a joke. Like
yeah. I mean, I don't know. Like, I mean, is that right? I agree. Like, if a joke hurts somebody's feelings, whether it was a joke or not, what's wrong with saying, "Gosh, sorry, that landed wrong.
Yeah,
That's not what I meant." Or, listen, this is my own stuff that I can't take this compliment. Thank you so much. Like, I know. I thought the same. It was very interesting, and I'm sorry, but I'm not sorry. I didn't love that either. I wish he wouldn't have not have said anything. Like, if you feel that strongly, own it. Like, it's almost like, please come back, have me on your show. Please let me still have a job and co-host sometime. It kind of felt like, he felt like he had to. Yes. Yeah. All right, you guys. So we are talking about self-care today. We were talking the other day, us girls, us sisters, the fishes, and we were kind of all complaining about like, we feel tired. Like Linda in particular was talking about this.
Yeah.
So let's talk about self-care. Let's jump in.
So I don't know. Nothing's going on. Nothing's wrong. But I just noticed the other day, I was like, I just feel run down. You know what I mean? Like, I was just like, I just feel tired. Like, life is just tiring for me right now for no reason whatsoever. And so I started doing this like search to see like a day spa or something. But I also am very practical and I don't want to spend a lot of money. But I did find this place in town that lets you have like your own little suite for an hour and you can do a sauna and then a cold plunge and you can like alternate and then you can have this like vitamin C shower and you get it for an hour and your first visit's $35. And I was like,
I think you should do it.
I can get on board for $35. So I think I'm going to do it. So I sent it out to some of my friends and one friend was like emphatically, a cold plunge, I'm out. Like, no. And
I know.
Another friend of mine was like, I'm in. I'll do it with you, but I can't do it this week. So I was telling my husband about it because he was asking what we were going to talk about. And I said, we were going to talk about self-care. I'm like, I just feel kind of worn down. And he looked up from his lunch and he was like, well, I must be doing a bad job. And I was like, this isn't about you. And he was like, but it is.
Right.
I must be a bad husband because I must not be carrying my load because you're tired. And I was like, I don't know how we got to talking about you, but this is about me. And he was like, well, I must not be doing a good job. He's like, do it, go. And I told him about this cold plunge sauna thing. And he was like, Lynn, I cannot believe you would do this because you don't even want to go in our pool when it's 90 degrees and it's 65 outside.
Right.
And I was like, yeah, you're right. But I feel like the cold plunge is supposed to like reset you somehow. I don't know.
Supposed to shock you. I think it's supposed to shock you awake or something. I'm not into a cold plunge either. Like I know people like talk about it, but I'm with you. I don't want to be in our pool when it's not warm. Like everybody makes fun of me here. It's like, oh, you only want to be in the hot tub because you think it's too cold. It's like, get off my case. I'm out here with you.
I
And
know.
now you're going to tell me what I can't be in the hot tub. I have to be in the pool. My
Right.
presence isn't enough.
Right.
Like,
You're
what?
welcome.
I mean, what is going on?
I'm not really for a cold plunge either. And I hate being cold, but I actually am for you doing it and I want to hear about it because my husband
Okay.
always washes his face with cold water and in the shower he always finishes with cold water, which like for me it makes my like skin crawl. But he's like, Kathy, you need to do this. This will like you'll have to get rid of all your makeup. You won't need it if you just do this. I'm like,
Kathy,
I'm
it sounds like it's going to change your life. What are you waiting for?
So I'm interested to see if it would work for you.
Well,
Well,
I mean, I think you have to do what works for you. I love this that Peter does this. He's an ex-military guy, and I'm sure
Yeah,
that
I
was
mean, I'm
something.
the whole cold water. I just can't
I know.
wrap my.
I'm not super jazzed about that either, but I do kind of wonder if it's going to be therapeutic or not. And will I come back and I'll be like, la, I'm
You might,
re-energized. I mean, we don't
you
know.
might like
Maybe.
glow.
Maybe. I don't know. But what other self-care is there? Like, we don't have to do the sauna/cold plunge like thing. I think, I used to get my
Well,
nails done pretty regularly, which I haven't done in probably 6 months. I needed my nails to have a break. And then I read some like crazy article about gel nails and how they were like really bad for your body because the chemicals absorb into your nail. And
oh,
and I was
but is
okay.
like,
that true? Like,
I
is that
don't
true?
know, but it
It's just
freaked me
an
out like
article.
6 months ago. So I haven't done my nails in a long time. So I don't get that
I
Oh,
like
feel like
pampering
I,
that I
I
really
feel like we
miss.
need, I feel like we need to do a deep dive on that to be like, is that true
I
or
mean, I don't
not
know.
true?
I
yeah.
really
I
Let's
don't
don't
do
know
know.
another
either.
But
podcast about this.
I I used to love to get my nails done and it would take an hour and they would like massage my hands and my feet and I'd leave and I'd feel pretty and that was so like therapeutic for me, but now I don't do it and now I'm worn down.
Um,
Well, I think you're worn down too because you've had a lot of kiddos at your house. You've been
I have.
entertaining.
And I think mentally, I'm doing this gymnastics act. I don't know if anybody else does this, but like coming up, we have a lot of things happening. Like I'm traveling every weekend to see children, go to weddings, go to baby showers, go
Yeah,
to graduations, go to events. Literally, I'm driving for like gazillion hours over every
yeah,
single weekend the next like 6 weeks. And it's just like a lot of like mental gymnastics to get ready for all of that, like gifts and packing and do I have this and that and the other thing and what am I going to
right.
wear? And do I have
well,
the right
like,
shoes?
didn't you say
No.
too, like one of the gifts, like one of these showers that they specifically don't, they're like, they sent you a registry, but we're like, we have it all.
Yeah.
So then it was just like, you could
Send
give a
money.
Fund
fund,
the college fund was
you
like
could fund.
one thing left,
So
which
I thought that was super interesting. And
yeah.
I don't know how I feel about that. I feel like that's a little like,
Pushy.
yeah, I
I
mean, I
think
think
it's
it's kind
pushy.
of, I think it's
Yeah.
a little rude, but am I uptight? Like, I think would I have liked it better if you would have worded it as like, you know, here's a
The
diaper
diaper
fund,
fund. Yeah.
like which I would get because they're young and like having a
Right.
baby, but like
Right.
a college fund, really? I
Right.
mean, I don't know. It felt, I don't know.
So I think this is the new trend though, because I'm going to a wedding, which we've talked about, and I have this baby happening. And both registries have a line item for either like a honeymoon like fund or a new house
Right.
fund or a college fund or I can't
I
remember what
mean,
it else is. And it's just interesting because like I have given money to weddings, and if I give you a check, then just allocate it however way you want. Babies, I normally do a gift. I don't normally give a check to a baby shower.
Yeah.
I mean, I think it's just, I don't
I
know.
mean, is it a sign of the times that everybody's feeling stressed, talking about like
Maybe.
feeling worn out, like everything's expensive, the cost of living is so much, and it's even like so money is all, people are just worried at from, you're just starting out,
Yeah,
you have
I
this
don't
young
know.
baby, and now it's like, oh my gosh, I have this other person I have to take care of. I just need money.
Yeah,
Like, is that part of it? I don't
I don't
know.
know.
I
I
mean,
was
the
just
world does
happy
seem
when I got
stressed.
married that someone even came and like
Yeah, me too.
was thoughtful enough to give us something. I mean,
Yeah.
I feel like
Yeah,
people are getting spoiled a little bit.
yeah. I was
Yeah.
happy
I don't.
people showed up too. It was fun.
Yeah.
Well,
So,
Linda, I'm proud of you to hear that you feeling like you're worn out and you're trying to find a way to give yourself some self-care, and I'll be interested to see if you actually follow through with it and what you
Yeah.
thought of it, and
Let's
if you would do
report
it,
back.
and if you would do it again. Kathy, I feel like you're pretty good about self-care. I feel like you're really good about, like, you golf at least once a week. Is that true?
I mean, I try and like move my body somehow.
mhm.
And that's important because I find if I don't know, I just feel better when I exercise.
Yeah.
And maybe
Yeah.
that's my outlet. And I feel like if I don't, then I'm like crabby or I don't know what it is. It's like a stress relief for me.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Golfing makes me happy and gets me outside.
Even when you're playing poorly,
Well, when I'm
maybe
playing
you never do.
poorly, I could be crabby. But
But
no,
mostly you're saying your endorphins are happy, right?
Yeah,
yeah,
that's good.
I think so. I think everybody needs some exercise
Yeah.
to help them, you know?
I know. I think it's good. Movement is good. And if you feel like you don't have time to, like, go out for 30 minutes, they say, even if you can get 5 minutes of, like, moving your body,
Yeah.
or
Yeah.
5 minutes, like, breathing, or just sitting still and just being mindful of what's going on around you, they say that that's a good thing.
Mhm.
What did they say? So there's like 5 benefits. I just want to quickly say that are benefits of self-care for your mental health. It reduces stress and anxiety.
Mhm.
It enhances emotional well-being. It improves your physical health, strengthens your relationships, and boosts productivity and focus.
Mhm.
And
I believe that.
I think
Yeah.
Yeah.
all that would be true, right?
Yeah.
Like, when you feel like you're treading water and you're just trying to keep your head afloat, it's
Yeah.
exhausting, and
Yeah.
you can't possibly be juggling all the things that you need to do.
Right. Well, you're doing nothing well when you feel that way. Even if you just do something little for yourself, it does improve the quality of your life,
Yeah.
like
Yeah.
across the board. And, I kind of teased my husband earlier, but like I would say he is so sweet and generous, and he would say, like, go do whatever you want to do. Like, I'm not going to stop you. I want you to be happy. I want you to do what it is, whatever you need to do to nourish yourself, do it. I support that. So it is great to have a partner in life that says stuff like that. It is, liberating in a way. I got to get out of my own way though.
So what would be our advice to people who don't have a partner, for people that
Yeah.
are by themselves and in it by themselves, like a single parent or just single, like, but you're feeling all this way and run down? What could be, they can't forget about themselves, like, either.
I
Like,
mean, honestly, I think it's what you said earlier is small little steps, a small something that you change or add to your day makes
Mm-hmm.
everything kind of go easier. So maybe it's you do a vegetarian meal, once a week, or you take a 10-minute walk after your dinner, or you sit outside in the morning and watch the sunrise once a week. Like, little tiny changes can be very impactful, and you can build on that, just give yourself permission to say, I've had enough and I want to do something for me, whatever
so
that
Yeah.
is.
we would love to hear from the other fishes out there. What do you do to help your mental health when you feel like you're just running out of steam, you're feeling overwhelmed, you're feeling run down? Like,
Mm-hmm.
what are some tricks that help you?
Mm-hmm.
Send us a
Let us
line.
know. Mm-hmm.
Okay, y'all, what's for dinner? Over the weekend, I had soccer, and I actually, talking about, like, mental health and um
Being worn
the
out.
the benefits of, like, self-care and being worn out. Tim, my husband, was like, Nancy, I am so tired. I do not want to go to soccer because it was a travel game. So we are going to be
Yeah.
gone all day on
Yeah.
Sunday. And I'm like, you know what? Don't sit this one out. And he
Yeah.
did. He like just had a day by himself. I took Johanna with me and we were gone all day. And he got to just do whatever he wanted and beat to his own drum.
Mm-hmm.
And I was actually happy to do it and happy he asked for it. But that being said, I was literally gone all day. I was on the highway a lot. So by the time we got home, I was tired myself. And, you know, cheering for soccer is very tiring.
It's exhausting. Yeah.
It's very,
I mean, you're in it.
For some people,
Did you just strip my child? Yellow.
I did not say that, but I did say at one point, Riley did get fouled really hard and he took a big hit. And I said, hey, ref, that's not nice. And the kid did get penalized, but everybody on the sideline sitting next to me was laughing at me like, you're right, that wasn't nice. I don't know why I said that, but I couldn't help myself.
That's funny.
It's better than other things you could have said.
I know, like F you, guy. And even though they're just kids. I mean, these are just kids playing. Like, it's just soccer.
Yeah.
It's not egregious, even though, or like personal, but it does feel that way sometimes.
Yeah.
So by the time I got home, I'm like, I have to feed these kids. It's like 6:00 now. Like, what are we gonna do?
Yeah.
So I looked in the refrigerator and I happened to have like all these veggies. Like I had like mushrooms and peppers and onions and zucchini. And I just fired up the grill. I lightly oiled them, salt and pepper, and I grilled them. And then I made a box of mac and cheese and some rice because my husband can't have cheese, so I made rice. And I just served it with grilled vegetables. The kids had it with mac and cheese. Tim had it with rice. And it came together super fast.
Yeah.
It was actually pretty
Sounds
good.
good.
And so it didn't take a lot. And it was stuff I had on hand. It was inexpensive. So it may not be exciting, but everybody liked it. It was relatively healthy.
Yeah.
And I feel like we don't have to knock ourselves out every night to put a delicious, healthy meal on the table.
Right.
So I challenge you, like maybe one night this week, you know, just strip it down and just make it real simple. Like, what veggies do you have? Grill them up.
Yeah.
And
love a grilled veggie.
yeah.
Sounds good.
So,
maybe I'll try that tonight.
Well, we want to thank you for listening to our podcast and letting us sisters jump into your day. Please continue to follow us at threelittlefishes.com/show notes and make sure you sign up for all of our exclusive content and recipes. Also, follow us at 3LF Pod on social media. Please make sure you all vote for your favorite lamb cake, Kathy, and be part of our daily conversation. Have a wonderful weekend, sisters out.